Good morrow and merry meet. My name is Audra, and you are in for a treat. All right, welcome to the Thursday Live. With me, as always, is my dear friend Emily Hanhan. Their
Hello,
information is
everyone.
listed in the description box below. My face isn't. I'm sorry, it just isn't. Um,
No, it was not one of those kind of days.
No, it is not. I don't know. There's stuff on my face. I have no clue. Just a quick bit of housekeeping before we get started. First and foremost, I want to thank every single one of you that are here in the live chat. Sharon, as always, Kim Husbands, welcome. Allie, Cecily, Miranda's here. VK Psych, how are you? There's so many of you. Yachty Beauty is here.
Welcome,
Hello.
Victoria, on their first live. Welcome.
Hi, Victoria.
And anyone
welcome.
else's first live that may not have said so in the chat. Welcome.
Yes, welcome all of you. And anybody who I didn't mention, hi, hello, welcome. For those of you watching but lurking currently live, hi, how are you? I see you. It's okay. You don't have to say anything. I won't get mad at you.
Your secret is safe with us.
And then for any of you who deigned to be kind enough to watch this on the replay, truly appreciate it. I know lives aren't always the easiest thing to go back and rewatch, so I appreciate each and every one of you who do. If you come in late or if you are watching on the replay, go ahead and leave some comments below. I try to respond to them. I've been trying, but YouTube's been fickle. But
YouTube does what
YouTube has been
to do.
A little bit fickle. Thank you to the mods who keep everything nice and neat and tidy. And a big thank you to the channel members and the patrons. By the way, at the end of this, I will have the not safe for YouTube. I'm not going to call it not safe for YouTube, but it's copyright issues. I will have a version of makeup and music. It's only like a small snippet, but I'll have that up for y'all to see first. Makeup, music, and memories. So at the end of that. So I thank y'all. I was excited because I edited. And any who's it's, we are now 2 minutes and 35 seconds in, and it's time for me to tell you what we're here to talk about, because I'm sure you saw it in the title and the thumbnail.
And but we're gonna why you're here,
right? That's why you're here. Saying hello. Share me. Share me, because no, please don't. I'm introverted. No, just kidding. Share me. Yes,
we
no.
Share the chat, just not us. It's complicated. Y'all get us. So.
Yes. So this is wait, hold on. Let me move this, because I feel like I'm always moving my camera in different directions. And I'm sorry. I do a lot of different live streams. So
I feel you. It's always a different setup every day.
Yeah.
For me.
And so one of the things I wanted to talk about today, and me and Emily were talking about it, and I was like, I want to talk about this. And Emily was like, I do too. So we got together. We're like, let's talk about the business of hate watching, because I feel like we talk about hate watching a lot, but we don't really talk about the true business behind it and the ridiculous amounts of money that people make off of hate watching. And if you don't know what hate watching is, because I think I remembered seeing Kim having a comment at the very beginning of this saying, I do not hate watch, but now I have to find out what this is. So hate watching is when you don't like a creator, or even like an actor or an actress, but you insist on watching their content to hate it. Like, you watch it so that you can be like, they suck. I remember, they do suck. They're terrible. Throw them in the trash. And
Audra, did you see this person's video? It's trash, garbage.
Yes.
I can't believe that song got released. It's terrible. That's hate listening.
Yes, it's hate listening. Anytime you're like listening to or watching, consuming any kind of media or content for the explicit purpose of hating it, that is hate watching. And in the realm of YouTube, getting people to hate watch your content is a lot of money. And I cannot remember the name of this creator, but her name is Amber. I think it's Amber Lynn. She is a plus-sized person, and
Amberlyn Reed.
Yes, Amberlyn Reed. And so she is a plus-sized person, and she has managed to, I don't really know if that is her intent, but she makes a lot of money on YouTube because of how many people love to go watch her content, hate it, comment on it, do videos about her, taking excerpts, and all of that. And people will go, and on top of that, they will engage with it. So they'll say things in the comment, and that literally keeps her going and keeps her continuing to
Yeah.
do the content that everybody quote unquote hates, because she knows it brings all the boys to the yard. Like,
And I personally, like, I don't even watch that person, but I personally think it's a purposeful choice, because I think that there are people that choose to be trolls of the internet, and that is how, and hate watching is how they prosper. So, like, I think the two behaviors kind of go together, and
yeah.
you can either be a creator that's kind of trolling for the hate watching, or
Yes.
you can be a troll that is hate watching, or you can just hate watch and not necessarily be a troll. But like, I
Correct.
also think of hate watching in the same vein that I think of like outrage marketing. Like when we
Yes.
see, for example, when Jacqueline did what she did with the bronzers and how much attention that got. To me, it's the same thing as like the outrage. Welcome, Isabel. And I just think it's the same, it's a very similar thing where it's like, I feel like I feel like they're interconnected. And it's like when you get clicks and views from like outrage marketing, it's
Mhm.
this, to me, the same in my head as the people that come to hate watch a channel. And it can be the
Yeah.
same channel, the same situation, or it can be business versus YouTube.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like, let's say as a creator, you do something that really ticks people off, but in the process of ticking people off, it also grows your channel. And that's
Yeah.
the thing that people don't think about. You can do something to irritate people. It's one of the reasons why you have the kind of strange incel energy that shows up, and the Kevin
Yeah.
Samuels type thing, because it brings both of the boys to the yard. It brings the people who agree, but it also brings all of the people who despise you, right? They all come, they say what's up, they have something to say in the comments, and they continue to keep conversation going, because y'all, that's one of the biggest things, is engaging in this content is what keeps this content relevant, right? So
Yes.
like, I think a lot of people have in their head that if they hit the thumbs down, that's doing a couple of things, right? So with YouTube, you think, if I hit thumbs down, that means I don't like it. YouTube won't show that to me. Incorrect. That is not how it works. The way that because they don't want the algorithm. They don't want the algorithm to distinguish between what you do and do not like. They're
Yeah.
going to figure out what you like based on what you watch and interact with. And
Or if you very specifically, if something is on your homepage, if you very specifically click the three dots and say not interested or don't show me
yeah,
this channel, that's the only way. And even with that, that can take many, many, many times of doing
yes,
that before YouTube listens. But like engagement is engagement, and
yes,
engagement is a good thing with YouTube. Like
yes.
that's how YouTube is built. A thumbs up and a thumbs down is the same thing to the
It is
algorithm.
exactly the same thing. When you like that, that's honestly why a lot of creators don't get upset if overwhelmingly you have 97% people who like your video, the 3% who don't like it, like, you don't really care, like, not in a
Yeah.
rude way, but you're like, it's engagement. They hit the thumbs down, they let me know they don't like it, but it's 3% and they engaged with me. So I'm
Yes.
still like, that still catapults and moves the video and moves that content to where people watch it and more people get to see it. And you've seen this before on a lot of videos, like where people completely despised the video and had like way more dislikes to likes ratio. But how many views did it have? Sometimes millions of views, millions of views. And you would think like that's the exact reason, business wise, that they don't want the algorithm to distinguish between
No.
like and dislike, because that one that has all those dislikes may still be ad friendly.
Yeah.
It might still be an ad friendly video.
It
Millions of people are watching it.
probably is. It
Yes. And
probably is.
millions and
And you
millions
have
of
to
people are
realize
watching
that
that.
the views are what is the cha-ching for YouTube. Yes,
Mhm.
there is YouTube memberships, there are, super chats, but if you're looking at somebody and you're like, wow, that video they released, they've lost 100,000 subscribers, but if their views are up, it's a win because
Yes.
subscribers are not how you make money. Yes,
Correct.
theoretically, they're a nice audience that you release your content out to, but the money is the money, whether they're
Yeah.
subscribed or not. You don't make more money off of subscribers. You only make more money off of a view. Theoretically, maybe, actually, you don't even really know. I was going to say if you have YouTube Premium, but like YouTube isn't even that clear about that either.
YouTube Premium makes more money.
Yeah, that's what I think, but they don't give you the information. Like, if they actually told me, I could do the math, but they don't give you one piece of information.
Yeah.
Like, they don't tell you how many people, like when you get X amount of money from
They don't tell
ads
you
and
how
Y
many
amount of
people.
money from YouTube Premium. If they told me how many views versus how many views, I could figure that out. But they don't. But I think you do get more money. But anyway, it doesn't matter when it comes to views because that's not how YouTube distinguishes it. And if it
the views are the views are the views.
And if it launches and it's like getting instant traction, I'm going to assume that selling ads on that video is even easier and the CPM goes up because they're going to be like, wait, it already has 1 million views. Like, we want our ads on this video.
Yes. And like, because the thing is, the ads sometimes have nothing to do with the content you're talking about. Although it's really cool when somebody told me the other day that like a horror movie preview came on and I was like, oh my God, they know who I am. But when it comes to that, like, here's, like Alex said, I'm not one to hate watch. Sometimes I'll watch a video if another creator is doing commentary on it, or if I want to save other people from watching, like when Tati came back and I gave Cliff's notes. So yeah, like that's another aspect of hate watching, but not in the same vein. It has a different, like, there's obviously different levels of hate watching. I'm not going to like lump it all together. And BT dubs, if you hate watch, there is literally no judgment. Like, you live your life, your life how you want to. This isn't an indictment of you as a person. It is literally discussing the financial benefits of how when people hate watch your channel, you go places. So it's like there's so many people that have understood the algorithm. And especially if your mental health is really strong and you can play this game, you will play it for as long as you can to make as much money as you can and do outlandish, ridiculous things as long as you're staying, within the monetization. Because here's the thing. There's going to be commentary channels who are going to watch your video, and that's not necessarily hate watching, but they are saving basically when commentary does this. And again, I don't have any problems with it because I like commentary.
Same. I was going to say, if I really want to know, I mean, I watched Tati's video when she came back kind of as a hate watch, kind of as a, I'm just nosy, I need to know. But any future videos, I've been like, I would rather watch a commentary channel to tell me what is being talked about.
Yes. And so that's the thing. If you get curious and you're like, well, I just want to know what happened, wait for the commentary channels to come out with the information.
They are fast. Or go to Twitter or go to whatever. But like,
because they will have watched it. They will break it down for you, let you know everything that happened, and you're good, right? And I think that's a thing that we kind of have to keep it. None of it is hidden. 2x speed counts and separate browser, so unless a
lot of people think like if you watch on 2x speed, yes, that is technically the view count is less, like the view watch time is less, because if you're watching a 30-minute video, then it's giving them only 15 minutes of view time. But it's still a view, it's still ads, or if you're YouTube Premium, it's still YouTube Premium. And even if you're watching on like incognito mode, it's still a view. It's still it's still AdSense, basically. That's all I wanted to say was like, it doesn't affect, like, I think a lot of people think, oh, I'll watch it a certain way. And that's fine. If it makes you happy to watch it that way, that's totally fucking fine with me. Sorry, foul mouth. That's fine with me. But it doesn't actually negate them making money off of your view.
Yeah. There's not like a lot of ways. I mean, I know people do like ad blocker type stuff. That's on you. But I will definitely say I don't play with ad blockers because of the amount of information that they're actually gathering from you to block ads. But when I learned that information, I was like, wait a minute. Like, and here's the thing. I know that the internet in general is gathering information on me, right?
Yeah.
But I'd rather it not be like weird, sneaky-ish that I don't have.
I mean, Google is we're not
Google's not
this
sneaky. Google's telling you, Google tells you, those ad blockers do not tell you what information that they are actually gathering from you. And you have no real recourse. Like, at least when you're on your random websites, this is an aside, but at least when you have, you know, Google or whatever, and it asks you if you want to accept the cookies, you say yes, and you can turn it off. You can clear your cookies out. There's nothing you can do with a lot of those ad blockers. But like,
I'm in the camp of just like, I don't trust any of these bitches. I don't trust anything they say. I don't trust any of the clearing cookies. I just have basically, this is me saying, this is not me endorsing ad blockers. This is me saying I've given up on assuming I'm going to have any privacy if I use.
Oh yeah, no, I already know that. No,
but
I already know that part.
Yeah.
But it's
ad blockers aren't worth the work for me and the possible damage just to hate watch. Like, because I would rather, you were talking about watching a commentary channel. I would rather watch commentary channels than secretly figure out ways to hate watch.
Yeah, when people like, because when you're trying to find ways to like, because like, even if you use, the point I was getting to is like, even if you have an ad blocker, you may not be watching the ads, but you are still giving a view, and that view is still going to give money. So it's like, even if you have an ad blocker and you watch it, you think in your head like, haha, I'm not watching your ads, I'm not giving you any money. Like, it's still a view. The view still counts as money. And
that's a good point, because even if they don't somehow get money from your view because they didn't get ads, again, it feeds into the algorithm of saying, okay, well, this video is getting a lot of views, so we're going to give them a higher CPM and put more ads on this video. So like, even if you're not like, it's never kind of, you're never getting away from it. And I feel like this feeds right into like everyone that's like, cancel culture doesn't work. No, because you continue to hate watch. No one's getting canceled. They are still getting hate watched. So when people start saying that, I'm like, I don't necessarily know if it does or doesn't work, because there's no proof yet, because everyone is still hate watching, including me. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not like, well, every time somebody says that, I'm like, y'all are missing the point. There are still so many people watching creators that they claim that they despise, that they've unsubscribed from, that they think are despicable. You're still watching.
Yes, because here's the thing. Like, if you talk about, like, especially in beauty, all of that big ass drama, even when these creators lost, they still had millions of subscribers left, right? So when people like, this is why I decided to stop saying that cancel culture doesn't work, because like Emily was saying, we don't know if it does, because we refuse to stop watching them so that they can't make money. And so like, we just keep watching as a whole. We just keep watching. So we'll find, like, when, you know, Tati came back, instead of, some of us just didn't want to wait for the Cliff Notes. We're like, I got to know right now. What did they say?
I just
what
watched
happened?
on 2 times speed.
So you just watched on 2 times speed.
Getting my money, whatever.
Yeah. So saw your whole thing and you were like, oh, damn it. But we do, and there's a lot of money in that. Like, when someone screws up and then they leave YouTube for a little bit and then they come back, baby,
it's the anticipation.
The views. Go, like, just look at some of those people's channels and see what happened when they like got into Ish and got out. If you need a breakdown of when Ish went down, you can check out Sharita. Sharita explains everything, explains it all. Is it all? Because
Sharita explains it all, because it's like,
Sharita explains it all. You can check Smoky Glow. You can check, I think Amanda Beebe might have breakdowns of it. There's a few people who you can go and like look on their channel.
There's a lot of them out there. You name some great ones, and there's a ton of them. But I think
you can like see that timeline when they left. They got into Ish, they left, things went down, and then they came back, and just watch the difference between the views from the first video of their comeback and then like the views afterwards. It just levels out.
Yeah.
because like it's usually that comeback video is going to be gangbusters. Then the 2 to 3 videos after that, it's going to be people watching for them to screw up. Again, hate watching, just being like, are they going to mess it up now? Are they going to say something they're not supposed to? Are they going to spill some tea? I'm just waiting.
Or how pretentious are they? Are they as pretentious as I remember them to be? Are they going to show just how pretentious they really are now that they've gotten reaccepted? Like it's that kind of stuff. It's like how much are they going to show of themselves once they've done this like comeback tour?
And Shadow is 2109. Yep, I think that's why JS and JC won't leave.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to say their names because I don't want to. Yes, correct. Why would you leave a platform that is not only not punishing you for your misdeeds, but also is rewarding you for your misdeeds? Because if you think about it, when you have millions of subscribers and one video, when they come back, they make probably more in that month than most of us make in 6. Like, think that through. Like, think about how, like, one video, they probably made more money on that one video than most of us make in 6 months.
Yeah. I also think that comeback also ignites people to go watch their old content because they're like, oh yeah, they're back. And look, they're so sweet and kind and wonderful. Oh, I'm going to go walk down memory lane while I wait for more videos from them. Like, I just think it reignites that parasocial relationship. And I think that there's a lot of comments in the chat about like, wait, but why do people hate watch? And I feel like that would be a good thing for us to kind of like dig into, because I think that a lot of us are like, oh, I do agree with this. I don't have much energy to put out to things in the world. And so hate watching and spending that energy to hate watch just sounds terrible to me. Like 90% of the time I'll say it sounds terrible. But I think the idea of hate watching too sounds so bad, but we do a lot of it.
Yeah. And also it's community. Like, let us be real about what really comes out of it, right? Because there's a community of feeling. Like, we create communities. And since the dawn of time, human beings have created communities. And, it's one of the reasons why I will always be glad that there is a space on the internet, on Reddit, where people can be as vicious and nasty as they want to be, because I feel like a lot of those people probably wouldn't even say that stuff ever on your channel. They really wouldn't say that. It's just, this is their safe space to be vicious, nasty, whatever. And I'm here for it. Like, do your thing over there. I feel like if you want to like ruin your life and go read what people say about you, that's on you. Those are mistakes that you're making. Like, that community exists. If you
never
know it
Google
exists,
yourself. Just never Google your name.
Don't go there. But it's a really good thing, because essentially these people create a community of people who hate people. And like, it is what it is. True. Everybody likes to we all gossip. There's actually nothing wrong with gossip. It is part of building community. And unless you're like really spreading like horrible, fraudulent things about somebody. But the intent
gossip is different from slander.
Correct. Yes. Because like there is an intent to build a community with people. So it's like, if you don't like a creator and you're like, I don't like them, but you feel like everyone else does, and then you go and you like just post anonymously somewhere, and you're like, so am I like the only one who like doesn't like this creator? And then other people are like, oh my god, no, I feel the same way. And you all kind of build this community together.
It's this like, it's really hard to explain sometimes, because I've had that happen. I've had that happen with you, Audra, about some creators. I've had that happen with other people, and like people that are not fellow creators, but like I've had that feeling. And it's not that we are directing vitriol to that creator.
Yeah.
It's more of like I think sometimes there would be times where I was like confusion watching, where I was still watching someone because I was like, what am I not seeing? What am I
Yes.
not getting?
Good night,
And
Mary.
sometimes, oh, good night, Mary. And having that community where you can, even if it's just with one other person, where you can say, oh, you don't see it either. Like you feel the same way. Like you don't get a connection from them. You're not excited about their content, or you're
Yeah.
like it's validating, because the internet can make you feel like you're a little nutty when you are like, you feel like you're the only person that isn't super
Yes.
into this creator. And it can be the same with movies and TV and all of this other stuff.
Yeah,
But
like I don't like Julia Roberts, but like,
same.
but it is because like think about it. If when creators are recommended to you often, right? And you're like, okay, and you go and you watch and you're like,
And I used to try a
and then
lot
you just keep
more than I do
watching,
now.
like you watch, thank you. You just keep, like Emily said, confusion watching. You're like, let me just come back and watch a different video. Maybe I'm wrong. And then you're watching, you're like,
And because they are somehow recommended within my community, or within the bigger beauty community, once you watch one video, YouTube is like, recommend, 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 recommend.
yeah,
So like I'll be like, okay, well, let me give this video that they did a try. And then like a day or two or a week later, oh, well, let me look at this. I mean, I was interested in this product, and then I'm looking at it and I'm like not feeling any, like I feel nothing. And I'm like, but I wanted that highlighter. And I'm
yeah,
watching them talk about it and I literally feel nothing. They could
I
be
know.
talking about like fucking I'm sorry, my mouth tonight.
Oh no, we're
They could
good.
be talking about math, or like a teacher teaching a lesson that I don't care about. When it was like, wait, I thought I was interested in that highlighter palette. Not their video. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just because like what I think too, like when we're talking about that community, there is a sense of feeling like you said, like you're not nutty because
Yes.
I know I am not everybody's cup of tea. I am not
Same.
everybody's spider web. That's okay. You know what I mean? If you came by, you checked out my video and you were like, they cuss too much, they say like a lot, and they say and ah a lot. I don't like it. And I don't like anything about them. Cool, you know?
Yeah.
And I could get you coming a couple times, just be like, well, everybody keeps talking about this Audra, but I don't like them. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You know, the
Exactly.
confusion watch is going to be there. But the thing is, if you find my mannerisms irritating or whatever it is, right? You will find another community of people who like, I hate the way that Audra breathes heavily in all of their videos. Like every time they go, and I hate it, right? And you thought you were alone in hating it. And you find people who are also telling you, like, no, you're not alone. And there's just like a community of y'all where y'all can nitpick and bitch and moan and like say all the things that you just would. And a lot of it's, you know, petty bullshit. It's fine. Some of it's really serious, but like, it does build community. It does allow people to vent out frustrations and feelings that they wouldn't otherwise be able to do. Because I think what happens is they, especially if it's a creator you watch for a while, and then you no longer enjoy watching their content. And this happens a lot. It's not like
Yeah.
there's a multitude of reasons why it happens, but you no longer enjoy watching their content. You keep watching the videos, right? And you're like, I don't like it. And then you slowly start like not really finishing the video.
Yeah.
And then you just start feeling this sense of like, I don't know what it is. I just don't like them anymore. And then you find a community of people who are like, yeah, I used to like them and I don't like them anymore. And so some of that, like going back and watching like old videos, be like, oh yeah, I used to like it when they did this, but now they do this. And then they'll like screenshot it or like screen record it and be like, I hate it when they do this. And like they have me being like, somebody even put together a montage of me. So it's like, it becomes like this thing. And so it does create communities. And the other thing about hate watching is, you know, we as human beings do like to look at other people and be like, at least that's not my life.
I was gonna say, we like to look at them and be like, at least I'm better than them. Even if
Yes.
they're richer than me, even if they seem like they're happily married or in a couple or in it, like, and I can look at it and be like, I don't think my personality is like that, and that makes me feel better. And so
Nope.
I do think that there is, like, I'm not saying there is value in tearing other people down, but I
No.
think what you are saying about community is such an important part of it, because having the space to talk to your friends, talk to your, communities on Discord, on Twitter, on Reddit, on Facebook, wherever, it allows you to stay the freak out of their comment section.
Yes.
Because that's the other part, is that I think that hate watching is something we all do. And
Yeah.
we can kind of like find our healthy balance with it. But it's when it turns into actually hate directed at that creator, that's when it's like, okay, no, we're not, this is not okay, this is not just
Yeah.
gossip. But like, if you can go to your friend or your acquaintance and be like, I don't understand what they did in that video, or like, they were absolutely lying about liking that product just because it was from a brand that they got in PR
Yeah.
that they love. Like, being able to
Thousands upon thousands of
express,
people are hate watching Twilight as we speak. People have been going back and rewatching and hate watching Twilight to talk about how bad it is. And everybody like the way, I feel like for a year now we've been making fun of Kristen Stewart's mannerisms in that movie. Like just like her like
a year. I thought it was like since the movie
yeah,
came
but it
out.
got bigger again because of TikTok. It just like blew up again and people just like doing
I've
her
done
whole like
everything I could to ignore Twilight literally since the
I
birth
watched all of them and I
it.
read all of the books. Okay. Listen, I read all the books because I am a whole ass child and that's fine. But there's a level of like, there's also like a good community feel there where you get to joke and laugh about like things
That's
you
true.
used to enjoy, right? It's no different than like Abby Williamson, for instance, does where they react to their older videos and, kind
Or
of,
like their old fashioned blog. They've been doing
yes, and
that
get to
lately,
like,
like going back and looking. Yeah.
yeah. And there's like not like the level, like not like, oh, I'm hate watching myself, but kinda. We are kind of hate watching our old
Yeah.
selves and hate paying and being like, oh my God, I cannot believe that this was my life. Like I don't know what I was doing. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like just realizing how silly you were and being able to laugh at it, enjoy it. Now, like Emily said, I do think it goes too far when you're literally using this to just hate someone. And I think that some of the hate watching does bring about unnecessary drama and pressure on creators. So there's just things where people will decide that this creator is a moral compass, even though that's not how it should be, but they've decided that. So like literally every little thing a creator does becomes fodder and starts forcing people into apologies, forcing them to say sorry. And for me, I'm kind of an odd little duck where I really want to focus on like some big f ups, like some big fuck ups. Because I am very much a person who believes that a lot of those people at the top who made the mistakes that they made were allowed to just continue and get away with it is because for so long we nitpicked literally every little thing that they did. So by the time the big stuff did come, nothing happened. So it's just like, I don't think you need to hate watch and use that to attack people.
Yeah. Well,
Like
and
it's not okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
We also see how that is also a business model, because there are some channels that are drama channels that are basically hate channels for certain creators.
Show you, right?
I don't really want to speak his name into the internet, but Cookian, John Cookian.
No. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Was a
That was like
JK was a
Candyman, bro.
JS.
That was like Candyman.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. The stream is over. The stream is now over. We have spoken the worst into existence. I am ending the broadcast.
Had to do it.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, I was going to say it was a hate channel. Yes, it was a hate channel towards a terrible person, JS, who I'm not going to say, but this person, JK, built a whole if anybody that does not know this name, just pretend I never said it. They were
Thank
a
you.
person that made a whole channel built on hating JS, who I'm also not going to
They
say
did.
the
It
name.
didn't start out that way though.
But it like evolved, and so
Yeah.
I think it's interesting to think about the candy.
Thorn, like we messed up.
I just snorted into my microphone. You're welcome. But
Oh
like
no.
the way like I think the business of hate watching is so far reaching, and I think like this has been a really good stream just in the like half an hour to remind me that like everyone hate watches, and
Yeah.
it's okay, but then there's like lines that you cross, and then it's
Yeah.
like,
Listen, I have a video coming for y'all soon-ish. I'm gonna say soon-ish.
excited.
That is literally me hate watching 3 seasons of a show I cannot stand. Like I hate it so much, and I watched like 66 episodes of this. So please, you're spraying holy water all over the street. Yes, like that was a whole to do. Like, listen, you were like, I'm gonna speak it. I'm like, don't speak his name. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's gonna come get
If
us.
I am cursed for the rest of my life,
No,
I
no.
accept that.
No. He's coming.
Yes, I was gonna say like 66 episodes. What?
Get in your spot. Get
But
in your
just
spot.
thinking about like
I
how
love it.
hate watching can be a way to like community build, express like feelings, express resentment, because I think that's also one of those things. If you've been watching someone and you used to like them, and then you see them changing in ways where you are no longer enjoying them, yet their popularity is growing, you can get real resentful, because you're like, wait, there was a point in time where I liked this person, and
Yes.
now I really don't, and yet they're more popular now than they were. What? I'm very confused.
Hi, sweet. Here's the
I love how the chat is just stuck on my terrible, terrible cursed.
Do not speak the name, for it will bring great sorrow. Victoria, that is channel members.
As you are a member for a longer amount of time, the little icons change.
It is
right?
a devil unicorn.
Oh, the last season of Game of Thrones, that was I think I hate watched that last season because I kind of knew it was going to be terrible. I kind of knew that they were not going to do anything good with it. Like but I was like, I have to watch, and then I was like, wow.
I'm sorry, Tia, you're correct. It is a donkey chicken. My apologies. But yeah, it is. No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure that I eat food. I apologize. So I'm trying to order myself some food.
I will agree with Isabel. I don't think I realized how much I didn't like it until afterwards, but I did realize I didn't like it. But it was like after the end of Game of Thrones, it was horrific.
Yeah,
it was just
because like I've been telling you,
it was like the end of. Well, you have a video on this. Do you want me to spoil the D word?
No, don't spoil it.
Okay. Well, there are other shows that like they weren't a hate watch, but after the fact, I'm like, but I hate myself for having watched all that.
I hate myself for watching you. So it's like
that is perfect.
Why am I
Yes.
like this? But yeah, I mean, I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with hate watching, right? But it's important to remember that we are contributing to the business. All of us are. So it's like whenever we say cancel culture doesn't work, it's not like we're never going to know because we don't stop watching them train wreck. Like we're all watching the Gabby Hanna just like train chuga down,
And
just
I
down
have
it
to
in we're
and I
watching
have to
that.
realize that like watching the commentary channels is still feeding into hate watching
It does.
because they would not continue to make videos on these things if they didn't get views.
Yeah, if my goofy ass wasn't gonna watch it, then they weren't gonna do a video on it. Like,
Exactly.
but I need to know the mess because as somebody said, I and many of us feel the same way. I don't want to be a mess, but I love to watch it. It's so good. It's so good.
This exactly.
Listen. Listen. There is I'm going to get into the real nitty gritty, another side of why we hate watch, because we love it, because it's fun, because we all like mess. Everyone enjoys a little bit of mess. And what you decide to hate watch versus what you decide not to hate watch is definitely your business and your prerogative. Yes. But we're all gonna hate watch something and enjoy the shit out of it. Like there are literally so many shows I've done that too. I'm like, I don't like this show. And I will literally, like, part of that is my ADHD, right? I'm just like, I just need something on in the background so that my brain is, but every time I look up, I'm like, why is this show still on? I hate it so much. And I'm 6 seasons into a show sometimes. I'm just like, I despise everything about this show. I feel like I did that with, that show with that girl, Blacklist. I did that with Blacklist.
I might have tried to watch I feel like I definitely watched like a season or 2.
Yeah, and I tried to watch that show with that Jonas Brothers wife who's like really attractive.
Oh, yeah, I know that actor,
and she's older than him.
Yeah.
And they make a big stink about her being older. I tried to watch that show. I did not like all the time jumping. I was like, who created the show? So, but I feel like I watched like 2 whole seasons of it. Like this is
it's nice to have you here, Victoria.
Nice. Thank you for being here, Victoria. Thank you so much for interacting. I appreciate you.
Yes.
But yeah.
I also think that like, and I know not everyone in the chat are creators.
Oh my God.
I mean, Secretary was
next
level, but Blacklist, sorry, no.
Quantico, thank you, Allie.
There we go.
Allie and Gabby got it. Quantico. I was like, oh yeah. I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, I don't think I ever watched Quantico, but
y'all are really cracking me up.
I was like, where is Audra going with this? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, you know that show with that girl who does the thing, and then they like run around, and then he's all like, I've got plans. Like that's what. And she's like,
even more confused by that than I was.
And then her husband was like, not her husband, and then they like tried to kill each other, and then they were like, we're gonna have a baby. So like that would be my break. Listen, if you would be interested in me breaking down shows in my way, then in the description box of the chat, just drop a rainbow because that makes sense.
Drop all of the rainbows. I actually feel like I might be. I can't figure out what I don't know if it's hate watching at this point, but I have been binging a show that I've been binging Blind Spot, which is on Netflix, and I'm like, do I enjoy this? Do I hate it? Am I apathetic? I don't know. But I'm like 3 seasons full. And I literally had that moment where I was like, why? Who is this? Who is she? I like Googled it. I recognized this actor from the childhood role in Jumanji.
Oh. That's like how I recognize JJ.
Grown-ass adult. And I was just like, I love this show. Like, it just like instantly I was like, I think I love the show. Cause like it connected with a certain part of like, but like now.
Because JJ from Criminal Minds, she was on like Wishmaster 4.
I love it.
That's terrible. Wishmaster, all of them are terrible. I don't hate watch them. I love watch them. But yeah, I mean, what it all comes down to is when we hate watch, we all have to realize that we are contributing to these people's finances. Like, if you're hate watching me right now, thank you. I appreciate it. I need the money. But but we're all contributing to people because like people wouldn't continue to act out and wild the fuck out the way that they do if no one was watching, right? Like, if we all just stopped looking at the train wreck and we're like, that's enough, then they wouldn't keep doing that. They would have to find a way to like get it together and be different, blah, blah, blah. It's, kind of why that like giant pale albino gremlin was able to keep doing this thing, because like they would leave and then they would come back, and the thing that everybody liked was like their nastiness. But at some point people started being like, I don't think I like it.
You're not alone.
You are not alone. You're not.
Not at all. and it's kind of, I want to like as we were talking, I was like, there's also a thing about hate watching, and I was saying like, I know that the chat isn't full of creators or people that are doing things on the internet, but I think there is something just different about being a creator, watching other creators and having those hate watch moments. Because I know for me, again, it actually has helped me identify like, oh, I don't want to do that on camera. I don't want to be.
Yes, it is a learning tool.
It's a learning tool. And yes, it can be hella petty and very much not a learning tool. But in a lot of ways, it has been incredibly helpful because bad TV is just fun. That's true. Yeah,
bad TV is good TV.
Exactly. And also there's no such thing as a guilty pleasure. Just enjoy it. Like, just enjoy it. That's also my feeling on like, it's a pleasure. Just enjoy it. But I also think that there is a way to like learn from it, or just be like, oh, I see how this person evolved, and that's really unpleasant. Okay.
Yeah. Cute albino gremlin says, don't hate watch kids. Don't give yourself an old sense.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. So, what am I get? Somebody just knocked on my door and I don't know what for what. Wait, that could be my food. No. Hold on. Give me a second. I shall return.
All good. Oh, yeah, that's also very valid, Isabel. The sadness hangover. Yeah, no such thing as a guilty pleasure. You just enjoy what you enjoy. But yeah, I just think about like, and again, this is coming from somebody that enjoys the mess, doesn't want to be in the mess, loves gossiping, is a nosy bitch. I do find it helpful, especially if I'm like, okay, I watching a creator, they, maybe my channel size is where they were at when I found them, and they have grown since then. And I see how like they've evolved in terms of either how they talk about PR or how they, whatever it is, whatever. And I can learn from that, even though I don't necessarily enjoy watching everything they put out. Sometimes like checking in every once in a while, and I'm like, okay, still not going to do that. Cool. Oh, good night, Alex. Enjoy your dinner. Oh God, the last season of True Blood. Yeah, that was, I think I blocked that out of my brain. No, I didn't, because I'm starting to remember bits and pieces. Okay. Exactly. Just good. Oh my goodness.
What? Someone pizza pranked me. There were two, and I'm not going to eat them pizzas.
Do you have to take them?
No, I was like, I don't want those. Like, one of them had pineapples on it. I would never eat pineapples on my pizza.
Pizza pranked you.
Pizza pranked me.
That's really weird.
Who would pizza prank me? Now I'm trying to solve a mystery. Someone.
Yeah.
And they had like my whole name. Now I gotta look up the phone number. Let's continue talking about it.
I'm like, wait. What?
Like, why would anybody do that to me?
That's wow, pizza prank. I haven't even thought about
I have
that.
no idea how that happened. Like, had my name, but it had a phone number that I am not familiar with, and it came to my house.
Right? Everyone in the chat is just like, what? Yeah, I don't think Teresa would do that.
No, because it's a local number. It's a local number, so it's really
Uh,
weird. Who?
I'm a very nosy person. I have a paid subscription to whitepages.com if you need me to look one up.
Yes, I'm gonna send it to you.
Since I
I just like there
reverse
were
phone
two
number lookup
different
things
people
a lot.
there. See that it was the Candyman. Thank you, Catherine. There were two different people there who like two different pizza people, and they were like,
Oh wait, it was like two. What the?
yeah, one from I feel like I had one from Papa John's and one from Pizza Hut. I'm so sorry to those gentlemen. Like that's really weird. They're like looking at me and they're like, and I'm like,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that's some stranger danger pizza.
yeah. Like I'm very confused. Like who would FBI is on the case.
I am a like research. Yeah, I mean it's actually something I do for work, not looking at people, but yeah, it's also fun to me in
Yeah,
a
I'm like
maybe
looking
a
and now I'm
creepy
like,
way.
okay, what the hell? What? I'm like, now I'm like checking my accounts because I'm like, I'm scared. I'm like, wait. No, there's no pizza there. Okay. Just give me a second, y'all. Sorry to interrupt everything with
I'm so like,
uh
what?
weirdness. Um yeah, I don't nope. Nope. No, that did not happen there. Okay. So that's a lot of weird. That is a lot of weird. Okay. Well, my accounts are fine. I don't
That's
understand
good.
what
Very
happened
good.
here.
Yeah. It's a little bit confusing.
That's very weird. Emily, what you found, like, that's even weirder.
Yeah.
How is that? How is it my phone number? I've never
I
had
was
that.
like, I don't know if you want me to say that, but yeah, it says, yeah.
I don't remember when I had a landline last.
Right? It says it's a landline, but
And it was delivered to me here with my full name, even including my middle name.
that's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, um,
It's not a business or anything.
no.
I am so sorry that the whole thing got derailed by me getting like prank pizzaed.
Yeah, it's a little
I have some concerns. No, my mom would not send me pineapple pizza under zero CX. The call is coming from inside the house. I know. It's so
I'm
weird.
like your ex?
I don't think we had a landline. Which one? I have so many.
The main one, the main terrible one.
They're all mean, terrible
The
ones.
one that you were married to.
Oh. No, I don't think that fool would send me anything. They would just as soon set me on fire as send me pizza. And I would do the same. But anyway.
Rightfully so.
We've got to do some research. I cannot believe this happened to me while I'm live. I don't know who did
I
that
also
to me.
wouldn't do that because I also don't like phones. So
Yeah, I don't like to talk to people. Oh, that one. How is it coming up as my number? It doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah, does the pizza have an order number?
Oh, Shit, I didn't I was like standing there confused, like Bo's barking,
Oh,
having
you
a
could call the places back, like if you wanted
I
to
don't know
call
which
them.
ones that
Oh,
this is
oh,
so
that's true because
weird.
it's specifically. Yeah. It's the
It's the
curse.
curse of the donkey ticket.
Yeah, I'm with everyone that says to like sleep.
Yeah, they were
In the
like
car.
someone pulling a prank on you. I have a whole 86-pound pit bull. That is my Louisville Slugger.
Oh, true. I could. I'm really bad with phone calls too. I don't like doing them.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be. It could be one that's a little further away, depending on. I mean, I would think it would be the closest
like the
ones.
number is like vaguely familiar, but I feel
Or
like
yeah, it's because it's from two different places. That's the
yeah,
thing that's fucking me up because I'm like, if it was family, if it was something that got mixed up, like one of your aunts or something had something sent, but like it was two different places.
yeah. And two different, and
That's
they were both standing out there, and they're like, "Oh, someone's playing a prank on you." And I'm like, "Who would prank me with pizza?" I've never in my life had anyone prank me. Like, for what?
yeah.
Um, did my phone ring and I just missed it? Oh, I just missed it. I did. I missed my
Oh
actual
shit.
food. I'm like, I think I just missed my actual food. Um,
Yeah, like two
because
different places that arrived at the same time, I guess. Around the
yeah,
same time.
yeah. Um,
Tiny Taz is getting all creepy. I'm gonna be honest. Like I adore you, but like
yeah. Please don't. I did not order pizza, Aaron. What I ordered was Mediterranean Greek food. I ordered Greek.
yeah.
Now I'm like, now we're just here like having like trying to solve a mystery, and it's like the number is like very vaguely familiar. But I can't put my finger on it.
I feel
Like two people. Wait, no. Let me look at my phone book. Like, let me look at my phone book and
true.
see.
Yes.
Like, there might be. I just don't understand why someone would send me pizza, like obviously, like pizza that I obviously hate too.
Oh God. Here's what
Because
I'm going to say. Well, first of all, this is a good question from Visions of You. Do you have any witch protection incantations?
I do, but I do take any assistance when necessary.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks.
I just love this title, by the way. The spooky double pizzas. Yeah, it sounds like the name of a mystery novel. Kat, you walked into a moment of weirdness. Audra just had two pizzas delivered to their home from
Yeah.
two different places. Pizza pranks. And
We're
the
trying to figure out where it came from.
yeah,
So
because when I look into it, it says it's Audra's number, and I'm just
yeah.
like,
Now I'm like, I have like a
but it's hold on. Well, I don't know if this is.
wait, hold on. Hold on. That's what's going on.
We know where one of them came from. Yes,
Yeah, I think the other one came from Pizza Hut.
pineapple poison.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. Can we call Bailey Syrian, please? Do feel like Bailey? I'm over here. I'm not eating
Oh,
it.
no,
I did
they
not
turned
even
it
take the
away,
pizza into my home,
which is the smartest
because first of
choice.
all, I don't eat pineapple on my pizza. I get that people enjoy it. It's not my thing. It's not for me. Um,
This is true. So the information that's on White Pages, if they had, but they would have to have had your number, like an.
I have a Wi-Fi number, Monica. Oh, I think.
If they had an old number for you, though, like this number, that's an old number. White Pages, you can see a lot of information if you have a paid account.
Yeah.
There are
Does it have the address
addresses, but it doesn't.
for
What
that number?
happens is that it's not specifically for that number. It just shows that like this number is registered to, and then it has your name, and then it has a whole bunch of other information about you there.
Jeebus.
Yeah.
That is really creepy.
So I was
Well,
like,
it's
yeah.
been nice knowing all of you.
No.
It's been wonderful. Anyways, hate watching is fun, huh? Hate watching, y'all.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think it's an old phone number,
I just
but
don't remember from where, because the location that I've oh my God, is it raining? Oh my God, it is. But it's like vaguely familiar. I wonder if David did that to me. Anyways, we're going to pretend. Here's the thing. Wherever that number is from, it's not current. And then also, the thing about that is that a lot of people don't have my address, or as far as I'm aware, unless you're just being creepy.
yeah.
Unless you're like searching for me really hard.
I think they
Like
weren't paid for, right? Or were they?
I was so confused. Most of it was like Bo barking. So I just was like, no, I didn't order any pizza. And I didn't really think about it for a second. Then I was like, wait, there were 2 different pizza men out there.
Yeah.
How weird.
The part that's weird is that the phone number that this is, it's claiming it's a landline phone number,
Uh-huh.
but they've sent it to your most current address. So that's
Correct.
the part
That's the
that,
problem.
like, yeah.
Yeah. That is my problem.
I feel like sometimes when you get, like, if somebody's leaving the building, you can get in. Is that how that works?
You can. You
Yeah.
can. I'm literally over here like looking up like information I might have somewhere, like specifically, and I'm just like, who now I'm very confused about my life. I'm like sitting here like really like slightly stressed because it's like my entire name. Like it is my full
Let alone their
name.
German last name.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is Audra, Spanish middle name, German last name. Because I come from the water.
Is also on White Pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Thorn. DM me. I'm reminding you now because I won't remember once my food comes. This has been very interesting. How do we end this stream? Because like I didn't go to college here. Yeah, and I don't visit anybody. Like,
Yeah.
how weird.
Yeah, it's creepy. Um, what I can do is not while we're on the live stream. Oh, that yeah, if you have any legal paperwork tied to that number and address. Because if they have the phone number, they really just need the white pages.
I don't know what that I honestly don't know. Like the number is vaguely familiar. I just don't know why. Um it's got to be somebody who hates me. And like cuz the only reason that's well it would have to be pineapple on a pizza and spinach on pizza? No.
And from two different places, like
Yeah, it has to be somebody who absolutely despises me. Like they have to hate me.
yeah. Um
And I feel like I think I might know where possibly that number comes from, but I can't remember.
yeah, there are layers to this.
There really are. It's like, I hate you, and I sent you 2 pizzas.
Okay, but why is this somehow weird? This, and I'm not making fun of the situation, but we're talking about hate watching, and you just got hate pizzas. Like we're talking about like
Yeah.
giving people hate views and then
And I
making
got
money
hate
off of it, and then
pizzas.
you get hate pizza.
Yeah, why would you spend because you no you have to it's 2021. They paid for them pizzas.
I wonder because if you call a place on the phone, can you say I want to pay cash at arrival?
I don't think
Because
they
you're
do that
only
anymore.
ordering one pizza. You're not ordering it like you're not ordering like 2 or 3 or 4.
I don't feel like they let you do that anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
Um.
yeah, I also don't like pizza, Gabby. Like that's the other thing is like not only do I not like pineapple on it, but like I don't particularly enjoy it. It's I don't find pizza tasty for the most part. There's a few that I like. But mostly like I like mine to have black olives and cheese and like that's the maximum. Yeah, that's the thing is I don't think that they do cash anymore
Yeah.
for delivery. They like you can tip in cash or whatever, but I don't think they let you order and just have them come to your house because of shit like that. Because of people pranking people with pizzas. Um,
Well, this is.
this is weird. What a weird night. Guess who's just gonna not leave the house for the next 7 days? um
Uh,
well, when it comes to hate watching, don't do that. Don't send people pizzas. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of when like Peter Mon had to get on Twitter once and said that whoever sent me pizza, like that's not okay. And he let them know. He was like, that's not okay. It's actually really scary.
yeah. No, that's why this is. Um. Yeah.
Monica, I just like closed the door. I was like, bye. Like I was like, this is so
Yeah.
weird. Like I feel like we'll have to revisit this subject of hate watching, but actually I can finish it out. Really what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say is like I think it's fine, you know, to indulge yourself in mess. It is fine to like look at the mess from afar and not worry about, you know, having to be in it. But just remember that we're still contributing. That's all. Remember, we're still like helping them have money in their pockets. We're still helping them to have their big house, their 5 cars.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I guess
Yeah.
I'm just gonna slide up off of here and creep in my house. Yeah, that was weird. Weird. Yeah, Kim, nobody wants to steal my identity because let me tell you something about my identity. The credit is crap. You can't get shit with my identity.
Like,
You can't get a damn thing with my
yeah.
identity. If you stole my identity, I would feel sorry for you and I would just be waiting for you to give it back.
That's probably your food.
That is my
So
food.
we'll wrap this up.
My actual food, BT dubs.
Yes, the food that you requested and are getting delivered. But yes, I think that just knowing that it's okay to hate watch, but you're not. Nobody's going to get canceled if we continue to hate watch them. And
correct.
whether or not they
It's
should
not,
get canceled is not
yeah,
necessarily
and that's
our
their
choice.
content and the
Yeah.
commentary people who talk about them, like me, myself included. If I talk about somebody,
Same.
like, pfft, if you watch it, I mean, thanks, but also we're part of the problem. We can't make the problem stop. All right, I'm gonna I guess I'm gonna have a weird rest of my night. Thank all of you for being
Yes,
here.
thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your care and all of that, and all of the good conversations. And I'm sure we'll update you as
There
we
will be
know.
updates as soon as I figure everything out. I appreciate y'all so much. It was a good time until things got
Good and
weird.
It's been fun and weird.
Until we had that whole thing. So, normally I would tell you I'm going to snatch your soul, but it feels like someone's coming for mine. So I'm just going to wish you a good night. Be safe, eat well, eat whatever you can eat. And if you don't feel like eating, you don't have to.
Light some
The world
candles
is
for
weird.
Audra.
Yes. Any protection sent is greatly appreciated. Until next time, XOXO. Gothic girl.